The previous chapter we talked about mixtures. This video is about a special type of mixture called an alloy. We use lots of metals every day, but few of them are pure metals. An alloy is a mixture of two or more elements, at least one of those elements is a metal. And they're made by melting a mixture of these ingredients together and then cooling them. So here's some examples. Copper has been known since ancient times. It's a readily available metal. And ancient men could use it to make weapons or tools, but copper is pretty soft as far as metal is concerned. But they found that if they take copper and mix it with another element like zinc, and you get brass. And brass was a lot harder than copper and stronger and could be used for a greater variety of purposes. And even better than brass was when they mixed copper with tin and they got bronze. And we can see this through the ancient artifacts. All of a sudden, all the weapons and the tools were being made out of bronze, and an advanced civilization further because it was a much stronger and more useful metal alloy. So why we use alloys is because, like in our example of the tools and the weapons, the properties of alloys are often superior to the pure elements. They're stronger or able to be sharpened better than the original metal. Sterling silver is another example. If you have jewelry that's made out of silver, it's not pure silver. It's mostly silver. 92.5% of it is silver, but 7.5% is copper. And sometimes a couple of other elements are thrown in. And the reason they do this is because it's harder and more durable than pure silver, but it's still soft enough to work with and to shape into the shapes of the jewelries that the designers want. Steel is a very important alloy. Steel is made of iron and carbon and then some other stuff. And that other stuff gives all the different steels their different properties. There's over 3,500 different types of steels, and they fall under four major categories like carbon steels and alloy steels, stainless steels, and tool steels that are used for a variety of purposes from building construction to kitchen knives. And there are two different types of alloys. One is called a substitutional alloy, and this is when the atoms and the components are about the same size. So if we have our pure metal here, a substitutional alloy might look like this. We're mixing in some of these other metals that we're representing with the blue spheres, but they're about the same size as the original metal. So they just kind of mix together. We're substituting one metal for another in this mixture. Next, we have an interstitial alloy. This is when the atomic sizes are quite different, and this allows the smaller atoms to fit in the spaces between the larger atoms. And an interstitial alloy might look something like this. The little cracks in the atoms there, the spaces get filled up by other metals, and you get a much denser and usually stronger type of alloy for different purposes. There's even alloys in you. A common alloy that's used in dentistry is the amalgam filling. If you've ever had a cavity filled at the dentist, you may have gotten an amalgam filling in your mouth. This is what they used to look like. They used to look this silvery color. Nowadays, they're colored to match the natural color of your teeth. But they're made of a mixture of metals: mercury, silver, tin, and copper. So remember, alloys are mixtures of two or more elements, one of which has to be a metal. Oftentimes, it's multiple metals. And they are used more often than pure metals because they have superior properties.